Here comes Preston on the outside of Wyndham.
I would look for both of these guys to race each other pretty clean. They're both teammates. And actually, what they have in common is they're two of the taller riders on the circuit. They have similar riding styles because of that.
Is that an advantage on the bigger 450?
Well, you gotta think so, because these bikes are so much to handle. But, you know, along with being that tall, usually comes wearing a pretty big boot. Makes it, you know, they have to extend the shift levers, the brake levers, things like that.
Preston, 5, gets around Wyndham. That's for 4th. And Byrne closing in. Looks like Byrne has gotten around Ferry. He was now chasing after Wyndham. And Carmichael has closed the gap back up on James Stewart. Less than a second between the two.
I think we're going to see Ricky Carmichael. He's always talked about he wants to be in it in the last 5 laps, and he feels that his advantage is in his fitness and his mental strength.
Here's back to Michael Byrne now, battling with Kevin Wyndham, and Byrne gets around him. That should move him up to 6th. Well, if Kevin Wyndham wasn't happy with the performance last week, he's not going to be thrilled with this one either.
Yeah, he really seems to have, if he doesn't have an injury or a mechanical, he just seems to be off the pace, maybe lost a little bit of mental focus.
No problems with that for James Stewart tonight. The hardest thing they say for James is to learn how to ride just fast enough to win. There's no doubt he has speed. But keeping it in control just to get to the finish is the thing the team is working on the most with him.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. He just shows so much speed, and if you look at certain races last year, that if he just backed his lap time down a little bit, maybe rode a little more comfortable, you know, he still would have won the races.
So where's Chad Reed? Here he is, the Australian rider with the hurt shoulder. Gutting out another 3rd place finish. Such an impressive run.
Yeah, Chad's in 3rd place right now, doing what he has to do to maximize his points, but 25 seconds off of the leader right now.
But Chad is thinking big picture. He's here to win a championship, and he knows by continuing to run, to continue to make his way onto the podium each and every week, instead of just trying to nurse himself back to health, he keeps himself alive in this championship. Very much alive at that. Reed, of course, knows what it takes to win championships. He's done it before. Looking for another one here this year. And he really brought everybody up in Toronto when he took the season opening run. Here's Ivan Tedesco now. This is Carmichael's teammate getting inside of Wyndham. They make a little contact. And Tedesco gets by. Boy, it has been a rough night for Kevin Wyndham. And here is Stewart on his final lap.
Yeah, Wyndham just getting lapped here. He's in the middle of this battle for the lead.
Stewart looking for back-to-back wins. He is currently lapped all the way up to 8th. Oh, and Tedesco and him get together.
That was very interesting. I think I see James Stewart looking over to his right, making Tedesco wasn't going to come into play, but
checkered flag for James Stewart. Back-to-back wins for the Kawasaki rider. Carmichael finishes a close 2nd. Just over a 2nd behind him.
Stewart is very happy. He's definitely shown that he's got the speed and he's putting it together. You see Ivan Tedesco here. What he's saying is, hey, I was looking back. I didn't think you were going to cut down. I was afraid that was going to happen. So right now they're just sorting it out that wasn't intentional.
And remember, they came together in practice in Toronto, and that's what hurt Tedesco's hand. So that's a big moment there to clear the air.
Yeah, that could have been